Wedding Wars is an utterly charming film with a lot of comedy in it, but it also has an exceptionally serious message. This was released in 2006. It's directed by Jim Fall and written by Stephen Mazur and stars John Stamos, which, I will be honest, is exactly why I watched it, but I'm really pleased that I have seen it. So the description from IMDb is as follows. After a gay party planner discovers his brother is behind the governor's speech against gay marriage, he decides to go on strike for equal rights. So it sounds serious. It's about gay rights, and even though, gay marriage is fine at this point, even now there are still a lot of people against it, but back then even more so, being in 2006. And Stamos plays Shel, who is in a gay relationship, but his brother kind of very actively tries to persuade people via the governor to vote against gay marriage and be against it. And obviously when that's your brother, that's going to really affect you, because it's basically saying that his brother does not believe in his lifestyle I have to point out, he is very stereotypically, flamboyantly gay. I mean, he's played by John Stamos, who is camp when he's playing a straight character, so you can imagine the kind of, stereotype that Shel is, but it's not a negative stereotype. It's a lot of fun. He's a very engaging, lovable, likeable character, and I warmed to him instantly. And I think that just helps get the message across a lot more, because he's very likeable and you want him to have everything in life that he wants. And he really says why he is in favour of gay marriage and why people should be allowed to marry whoever they want to marry. I think the film does it very well to deliver that message without making it feel like a political broadcast and without making it feel like it's too in your face. I think it's got the balance spot on. There are some very peculiar scenes. For example, Shel is refusing to go indoors and is just having this one-man strike. But it gains momentum over time and it gets a lot of coverage, and it's great to see how this one person, he started doing this by himself, can develop a campaign into something much more powerful and much more important. There is a lot of comedy here, a lot of gay humour, but it's always done tastefully, it's done with love and respect, and Stamos delivers the lines expertly, and I think he plays the role absolutely spot on. I could not imagine anybody else in this role. The entire cast seems very well cast. I have absolutely zero issues there. I don't have any issues with this at all. I particularly love the lighting, which I know is something that is not always the focus of a positive review, but I have this penchant for films with very bright lighting. Not necessarily overly exposed, but with a high exposure and a lot of bright lights. And this is the case here, and it's very pleasing to watch and very satisfying visually. And that, coupled with the great narrative, which has a very good pacing, and the fantastic performance from Stamos, this film has everything going for